I sat alone in the dim living room, the only light coming from a single lamp in the corner, the quiet pressing around me, thick and suffocating. Everything I owned was already packed away. My bag was in the car, the moving truck loaded and gone. All that remained was the key resting on the coffee table. But I stayed a little longer. I needed to see her face when she realized I was really gone. Not for closure, but to watch the truth land where it always should have. This house hadn't felt like a home for over a year. My marriage had become a fog I couldn't see through, each day duller than the last. Emily wasn't the same woman I'd once fallen for. She used to radiate warmth and laughter, but now her smiles were forced, her hugs empty. Any conversation drifted into silence as she lost herself somewhere else. Her phone never left her hand, glowing with secrets I already knew. I pieced it together in whispers and glimpses. The late nights that bled into mornings, the endless dinners that couldn't be explained away, the way she smelled faintly of cologne that wasn't mine when she slipped into bed beside me. 3 weeks ago, the last piece fell into place. I'd left work early, hoping to surprise her. Her car was gone, but the front door was unlocked. I stepped inside and heard laughter from upstairs, soft, flirtatious, followed by a man's low chuckle. I didn't need to see it. I turned around, walked out, and shut the door on the life I thought I had. I didn't confront her then. Instead, I vanished in plain sight. I watched her, listened, traced her lies back to the source. I found the texts, the hotel bookings, the little secret she thought she'd buried in her phone. Grant, her boss, twice her age, slick smile, empty promises. She glowed for him in a way she hadn't for me in years. I read her message to him. Wish you were the one I came home to. Something inside me cracked, but I didn't rage or beg. I just began to slip away. The next day, I sat with a lawyer, quietly filed the papers, gathered every document, every statement. I moved money into accounts only I could touch. I boxed up my life piece by piece. The framed photos, my clothes, the guitar she claimed to love, all gone while she stared at her phone. Even the furniture she didn't care about disappeared, donated or sold. She didn't notice. She was too busy living her other life. Tonight, she had dinner plans with Grant at some overpriced restaurant she'd once dragged me to. Last night, she leaned in close and said, "Don't wait up." I'd smiled. "Take all the time you want," I told her. I cleared the last of my things today. Each room stripped of any sign I'd ever been there. Even Milo, our dog, she'd stopped taking him on walks, lay in my car waiting for me. I took my name off the lease, rerouted my mail, changed my number. The last thing left behind was the key, sitting next to the divorce papers, and a pen. As I waited, she texted me, "Dinner's amazing. Miss you, Red Art." I let the message sit unanswered, my phone face down. When her car finally rolled into the driveway, I didn't move. The front door creaked open. Her heels tapped against the floor as she called out, "Babe." She hit the switch, flooding the empty space with light. Her eyes widened. The house was bare. No couch, no photos, no me. She looked at me like I was a ghost. "Jason, what is this? Where's everything? Are we moving?" I nodded to the coffee table. She stepped forward, picked up the papers with trembling hands. As she read them, her face drained of every bit of warmth. "You're divorcing me?" she breathed. I spoke for the first time that night. "You left first, Emily. I'm just making it real." Tears blurred her mascara. "Jason, don't. We can fix this." "You don't want to fix anything," I said, my voice calm, cold. "You just don't want to be alone." She tried to explain, but couldn't find the words. She just stood there shaking. I moved to the door. She stumbled after me, begging, "Please, Jason." I was confused. "No, you were careless," I said, turning to face her one last time. "And I was stupid enough to think you'd come back. But that's done." She looked around at the empty walls, the barren shelves. Her panic was raw now. "Where's Milo?" "He's with me," I said. "He deserves better than this, too." She dropped to her knees, clutching the divorce papers to her chest as tears hit the floor. I opened the door. "You broke this, Emily. You don't get to be sad. It's gone. I stepped outside. She called my name, voice cracking. Her sobs spilled out into the night behind me. I didn't turn back. I got into my car. Milo wagged his tail in the back seat. I drove away from that hollow shell of a house, away from the lies, the emptiness, the ache. For the first time in too long, I felt something like peace, freedom, and that was enough.